Hello everybody and welcome to my April TBR, my very ambitious April TBR. My just ambitious, probably not gonna get done TBR. Okay, so as I'm filming this on the 22nd of March, I might actually get a few of these books read beforehand. Before April, but I'm not really sure, so we're just gonna go with the flow. Okay, so the book I am currently reading, which will probably stretch onto April, is The Awareness Crime by Marie Rakoski. I hopefully will finish this by the end of March, but in case I don't, it is on here for a reason, because I'm filming my wrap-up very soon, and I doubt I'm going to, finish this to, put it on my wrap-up. This is in no particular order, by the way. A few of these books are actually pre-orders, but they will not be coming until later. Plus I'm actually away for the first bit of April. I'm on the Titanic, or it's a cruise, but I've dubbed it the Titanic. So this is what I want to read, but it will most likely be all the ebooks I will be reading on said cruise, but physical copies are gonna have to wait until I get back because ain't nobody got time for luggage. Book number 1 on my April TBR is Lady Renegades. This is actually pre-ordered. It is not... Something just fell. Lady Renegades has a release date of, I want to say, the 5th of April or the 3rd of April. It's early April, and oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. This is the final book in the Rebel Belle trilogy. I have read the first 2 books. They're up there in the pile of death that I've got. I really need to get a tripod so you can see how hazardous my top shelves are. Down here it's neat and shit, but now it's nah. The second book I want to read is The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead, and this follows a girl named Adelaide who goes to the Glittering Court, which is a society where they turn impoverished young girls into first-class ladies, and Adelaide actually comes from a rich family, but she decides that she wants to escape her family by going to the Glittering Court, and there she meets Cedric, and Cedric discovers her secret, and what else? There's a vague synopsis. And they start to become attracted to one another, but then if they do become attracted to one another, if they pursue a relationship, they will both be outcasts, and they will be cast out into this wild, dangerous world. What else does my script say? I haven't read the Soundless, and apparently that was it wasn't that good. It was okay, but I'm very excited to read this because it sounds really good. And can I just say that the cover for this looks a lot like Zoe, what's her name? Zoe Dutch? I don't know. She played Rose on the Vampire Academy movie, and she's really pretty. The third book on my list is I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrios. I haven't put the author name on my script. It's actually just I'll Meet You There. I'm pretty sure it's Heather Demetrios. That is the cover. I have it on ebook. It is on my phone, ready to go, so I can read it on the Titanic. And it follows a 17-year-old. Yeah. And it follows a 17-year-old named Skylar, and if she were like any of the other women in her town, she would have a baby on both hips and live in a caravan park. So she starts working in a hotel where she meets 19-year-old Josh, who came back from the war with a lost leg. He was in the Marines, I think. This is a cute contemporary, and it has a little bit of deeper meaning and stuff strewn throughout it, which I really like in my contemporaries, and I've been wanting to read this for ages, but I guess I was just waiting to buy the hardcover, and I don't have any money anymore, so this is the best I can do. Ebooks. Ebooks are good. Buy ebooks, kids. I kind of like them now. The next book I want to read is The Royal We by Heather... I really want to say Cocker. Heather something. Sorry, Heather. I really should have written the author names down here. I really should have. I'm such an idiot. Basically, The Royal We is... I've heard it's vaguely... Actually, no, not even vaguely. Very obviously based off Kate Middleton and Prince William's relationship and their marriage, and even the front cover kind of looks like Kate Middleton's dress, needs to be totally honest here. But it follows an American named Rebecca Porter, and she goes to school in Britain, and she meets Prince Nicholas, who is the heir to the British throne, and they start a relationship, and then, like all royal relationship genre, my favourite thing in the world, things, they kind of like discover that it is very hard to kind of have a relationship and be royal at the same time. But I really like these stories, so I'm just going to read it anyway, for no particular reason. The next 3 books are from the Superlatives trilogy by Jennifer Eccles, and they are on ebooks. Need to put that out to you now, before I forget. The first book is Biggest Flirt, and I actually have no idea what they're about, but this one follows a girl named Tia, and she is a party girl. She just wants to sail through senior year, but then she meets Will, who I think is pursuing a serious relationship. I'm literally reading this like the Goodreads synopsis here. So Tia doesn't really want to enter into a relationship with Will, like she just wants to keep it like fun and casual and flirty, but that starts to push Will away like to another girl, and I think it's like a realization that we've always loved each other, don't go out with her, you belong with me type thing, and I'm totally trash for them, need to be totally honest, and I really want to read this. Like I'm totally in the mood for contemporaries lately, and contemporaries are just, I don't know, fun to read. The sequel companion to that is the next book I want to read, and that is Perfect Couple, and this follows a girl named Harper, and she is the school photographer, and she has a really tough home life. Her parents divorced, and their divorce was really, really bitter, and so school kind of becomes her safe haven, and ever since her and the star quarterback Brody have been voted like perfect couple or something, most perfect couple. Yeah, the perfect couple that never was. I'm not American, so I don't know the superlatives. Her friends have been actually asking her to like ask Brody out. And the third book, this is like a really confusing part because I have no idea what I'm saying. And the third book in this trilogy companion type thing is most likely to succeed, and it follows the student council vice president Kay, who has like her life in order, and her boyfriend have it all mapped out when she meets, not when she meets Sawyer, but when, I don't know, something happens with a guy named Sawyer and he's a total slacker, but then he decides that he really just wants to try and like show his true self and how hard he can work, and I'm guessing then that him and Kay fall for one another, or they sense an attraction that is simmering, as the synopsis says. Now, books I actually own. Okay. The next 3 books I really want to read are, the first 3 books in the Raven Cycle Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater. I've read the first 2 books. I read them at the start of 2014, which was about 2 years ago. Oh shit, it was. How old am I? I'm 18, by the way, not even 18. I'm turning 18. But I read these a while ago, and I don't really remember anything that happened, and then last year, or the year before, Blue Lily Lily Blue was released, and the last book, The Raven King, is coming out at the end of April, so I want to reread everything so I can, like, you know, prep myself for The Raven King, because I loved this series when I read it. I really honestly did, and I really want to get back into it again because it was such a funny, real, magical series, and it was so whimsical, and I really just want to read it again because it would be a shame to just let the series go. I mean, all the covers are stunning. Look at that. Wait. Look at this. It is like, this one is my favorite. Dream Thieves is my favorite. I love it. I love it. One I actually forgot to show at the start, which I'm definitely not going to get done in friggin' March, is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Dark Artifices. I pre-ordered this. It arrived like 6 million years late, and this follows a girl named Emma Carstairs who made her like appearance in City of Heavenly Fire, and her parents were killed at the start of City of Heavenly Fire. It was like the prologue or something, and she goes to live with the Blackthorns in the LA Institute, and her and Julian Blackthorn, her best friend, actually become parabatai, and this is loosely based off the Edgar Allan Poe poem Annabel Lee, which I've studied heaps of times, so I'm like totally ready for this. But apparently they fall, I want to say that her and Julian like fall in love or something, because there's a lot of drama surrounding like the Clave rule of like Parabatai can't be together, so I'm like totally thinking they fall in love, I received a slight present from my maths teacher. Yes, the famous maths teacher, who has been mentioned millions of times on this channel. I don't know what this series is called, but... oh, okay, it's like the Jessica Darling series by Megan McCafferty, and it's pretty, like, apparently it follows a girl's life from, like, high school to college to, like, adulthood, and I've heard a lot about it. I don't know how I've heard a lot about it, but my maths teacher, I was having a bad day, and she's like, I got a perfect series you can read. So she brought these in, and in the same bag, I don't know where I put the bag, but it's like the Pugs Not Drugs bag, and I love that bag so much. So she lent me this, and she's like, read over the holidays, you'll love it, and I'm very excited. It's got 5 books, so I really need to like start cracking. I'm gonna probably bring these with me to the Titanic, gonna be totally honest. So that is my April TBR, my very overly ambitious April TBR, if I do say so myself. Tell me what books you want to read in April, tell me what books you really enjoyed in March, tell me anything, talk to me. I have social media down below. Okay, I need to go now. Bye!